Paul Vizzio and Richard Jackson, who goes from commentator to competitor in tonight's show, meet for the PKA U.S. Super Lightweight crown.
Richard Jackson in the light blue, and the dark trunks is Paul Vizzio. Jackson is a complete fighter.
He is. As we see there, he throws a spinning back kick, and he throws a basic front kick. Lands both kicks very well. He also puts his hand combinations together very well.
Now, very quickly, some of the rules that people might be interested in if they're viewing this for the first time.
Each one of the fighters must throw kicks that are delivered to vital legal target areas above the belt, and each fighter must throw at least 8 kicks per round. And these title bouts, like a title bout we're seeing here, you never have any problem with the minimum kick requirement.
The rounds are 2 minutes in length. We should mention that if they do not meet that minimum kick requirement, 2 points are subtracted for each one under that.
2 points will be subtracted from each judge's scorecard.
Richard Jackson, the U.S. champ, 5'6", 134-pounder. He's 26 years old, from Atlanta. Vizzio is a native of Sicily.
He is living right outside New York City. Very charismatic fighter. People really warm up to the fighting style of Paul Vizzio.
One thing about Vizzio, he's been in a number of battles, bare-knuckle contests.
That's right. The fights he's had, these are unverifiable fights we've heard about. He fought in bouts some years ago in the early stages of the sport when the fighters fought with bag gloves only.
Here we go.
Just a slip.
Ready?
That was a slip. Jackson a little off balance. Not counted as a knockdown by the referee.
Jay Will, the referee from Columbus, Ohio, gets him ready to go again. You see the time remaining in round 1 of the scheduled 9-rounder. Again, Vizzio in the black trunks.
Don't be left in the dark when it comes to personal defense. Now you can learn the basics of self-defense in your...
Round 2, scheduled 9-rounder for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship.
Oh, here we go. That's not a knockdown. Ready, continue.
Not a knockdown. You could hear Jay Will as, again, Jackson hitting the deck.
The footing here is a little slippery on this ring, but it was not a knockdown. Knockdown in karate is considered very much like it is in boxing. A blow has to land on a vital area and cause you to go down before it's considered a knockdown. That was a good, solid right hand then by Jackson.
You can see the back of Vizzio is starting to get very red from some of those kicks that he's received from Richard Jackson.
That's right. The back area is a legal target area, although you can't aim them right at the spine. You can go to the kidney and the lat muscles and the back of the rib.
Vizzio, 28 years old. He fights out of New York City, lives in Union City, New Jersey. Well, he's coming after Jackson now.
That was a good front kick by Vizzio. Jackson moving back into the ropes. It landed more on the chest than it did on the face.
I don't know that people can really appreciate the stamina it takes for this sport. It's tough enough to box, but then you have to kick along with it.
But you got to put it all together. When you pick that leg up to throw a kick, you make yourself very vulnerable to the hands. You try to get your opponent looking at your hands and go after him with your kicks. You try to get him to look at your kicks and then go after him with your hands.
Vizzio likes to lead with that left leg, doesn't he?
Continue.
That's his favorite kick, that front leg roundhouse kick. He also likes the spinning back kick. Good exchange then. Vizzio with a left, Jackson with a right-left combination. Vizzio with very quick hands inside.
You didn't know a lot about Vizzio, but in the early going, are you impressed?
I am very impressed. I was impressed with Vizzio when I saw him fight Gordon Franks.
And so we're inside 10 seconds to go in round number 2. A very active fight here. This scheduled 9-rounder. Paul Vizzio, the 8th-ranked contender. And Joe Corley, not a lot known about him, but in the early going, he is very, very capable.
He is extremely poised, and that's his big strength, is his poise in there. He's doubling up with his hands, doing very well.
Round 3. Joe, how did you score the second round?
I had the second round even again, 10-10. Vizzio with a good right hand, and Jackson coming in with a kick.
No holding, no holding.
Vizzio catching him with the right hand on the way in.
Thus far, it appears as though Jackson's been more effective with his hands than his feet.
He has. He's landed a couple of fairly solid back kicks like that one that he threw then. Good hook in by Jackson, back on the head of Vizzio. Still a little redness on the right ear of Paul Vizzio where the left hook landed.
The man in the light trunks, the light blue, is Richard Jackson, the defending champion. Paul Vizzio in the dark trousers, the challenger, 8th rank.
Oh, nice spinning back kick off that left leg, round kick by Vizzio. Jackson spinning with a back kick into the body. Men exchanging right hands there.
Back. Keep your head up. Continue.
Vizzio's big weapon with the hands is kind of a right hand that swings from the outside, very much like a boxer's overhand right.
You can hear Jay Will, the referee, instructing the two fighters. He is a veteran of title fights.
Step back. No holding. Back. Ready? Go.
Very much in control. Jackson coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. And Joe, as you very well know, a lot of good fighters from that area.
Hotbed of activity in Atlanta, Georgia. Jackson is one of the best fighters to come out of the area. Oh, good right hand counter then by Vizzio. Jackson leading with a right, Vizzio back with a right hand. Good exchange in ring center.
Boy, the quick hands of both fighters.
Very quick hands.
Well, Vizzio coming in, relatively unknown, but I think Jackson respects him. He has a fight on his hands if he's going to hang on to this U.S. championship.
Oh, a good left. Good left hand counter then by Vizzio. Jackson with a left jab. Vizzio right over it with another right hand. Good round for Vizzio.
Very impressive round 3. Joe Corley, let's look at the previous round 3. Some pretty good blows exchanged.
Jackson with a left jab. Vizzio coming right off that with a well-timed right hand landing right on the jaw.
Wipe that corner.
Furious exchange between these two.
Begin.
Round 4, scheduled 9-rounder for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship in the light trunks. Richard Jackson, the defending champion. Paul Vizzio in the dark trousers.
Well, they came out furiously in this 4th round. Both men exchanging solid right hands, and Jackson behind it with a left hook. Good shot, right hand shot then by Vizzio. Jackson spinning around with a back fist, which missed. Referee calling that a slip.
Again, a slip. It was not a knockdown. You have a mandatory 8 count if it is.
That's exactly right. The referee has to determine that the blow knocked the fighter down to call it a knockdown.
2-minute rounds. They're shorter than the boxing rounds of 3 minutes, but boy, you can see why when you add the kicks to this particular competition.
A lot of energy. Some people feel as much as 8 or 10 times as much energy required to throw a kick as to throw a punch.
As the sport has evolved, you've added the number of kicks that have to be thrown in each round.
We started with no minimum kick requirement in the sport, and it went to 6 and then to 8. Most of the fighters are throwing many more kicks than that per round. Jackson has thrown 45 kicks so far in this fight. Vizzio 32, and they are really exchanging hard with the hands and feet there in ring center. Hard left hook by Jackson. Good right hand by Vizzio. Nice front kick to the face by Jackson.
Boy, they're going after it, aren't they?
Good counter hooked in by Vizzio.
Let's go, Freddie. Continue. Break. Step back.
It's amazing that Vizzio walked away from that left foot that hit him in the jaw.
It landed on the extended part of the kick. That was the thing that probably saved him.
The time remaining, 23 seconds here in round 4. Again, Jay Will separates them. It's been a fast pace.
Extremely fast. A lot of kicks thrown.
Jackson trying to defend that U.S. championship against a guy who was outpointed by 1 point by the world champion, Gordon Franks, that being Vizzio. In round 5, they just continued their torrid pace as we look at a replay. Oh, look at that left foot.
That was that front kick by Jackson that landed on the extended part of the foot.
Seconds out.
And you can see a concerned champion, Richard Jackson. Round 5, scheduled 9-rounder for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship.
Good right hand in by Jackson. I couldn't see if it landed on the shoulders. Vizzio closed. I have Vizzio leading the fight now 40-39. 3 rounds even with Vizzio winning the 3rd round 10-9.
And again, Vizzio in only his 10th fight, but his performance in the early going shows he is worthy of fighting for this championship.
You can see he's very poised in that ring.
There's that spinning kick that Jackson likes.
Good solid right hand counter then by Jackson, and Vizzio countered Jackson's right hand with his own right.
Continue.
We've seen some excellent skills in this fight.
This was expected to be a very, very clean fight. Vizzio has impressed me more than I thought he would by being able to pick up mistakes and counter them.
I guess the question is, what do you mean by a clean fight?
Clean fight, no holding, no real sloppy techniques, very clean, crisp techniques, clean kicks, clean punches.
That's exactly where we are in round 5. And as Joe Corley mentioned, he has Vizzio slightly ahead. This would really be an upset, wouldn't it?
It would.
Continue.
Vizzio was expected to be a credible opponent, but not really expected to beat Jackson. Good right hand, left hand combination then by Vizzio.
Vizzio looks very strong.
Continue.
That's one of the few times he's led, but not the foot.
Right, went with the right hand to the body. You normally expect a fighter to come behind that with a left hook to the head or a swinging outside right hand to the head, which is Vizzio's favorite weapon.
Oh!
There's a solid left hook in by Vizzio. Seemed to buckle Jackson.
Jackson's in trouble.
Hard left hook countered in by Jackson on Vizzio's nose.
Boy, what tenacity that time. What courage by Jackson coming out of that.
I've seen Jackson get it back together in a hurry a lot of times. Both men exchanging right hands and both solid right hands. Both men with redness.
Into round 5. Well, that round 5 was something. Let's look at some of it.
Well, that was that right hand counter by Jackson. Vizzio countered that with a left hook. Jackson was behind that with his own left hook.
This is round 6 of a Schedule 9 rounder. U.S. Super Lightweight Championship, and it has been a brilliant fight.
Richard Jackson has thrown 65 kicks so far. Vizzio has thrown 50 kicks. Vizzio thrown less kicks, but he's had some really crisp hand combinations. Nice spinning back kick into the body then by Jackson.
Jackson a little bit of trouble in that previous round. Took the punch off, though, and did come back.
He took that punch, came back, countered with his own.
Break. Step back. Step back. Here we go.
That's Vizzio's strong point so far is being able to counter those attacks by Jackson. Attack comes in, Vizzio takes it and counters real well. Right hand by both men. Both men seem to be staggered slightly from the effects of the right.
Do not push on the
Again,
brake.
though, Joe, I can't get over how strong Vizzio looks.
He's a very muscular fighter. He's a couple of inches shorter than Jackson. They're exactly the same weight. Nice left hook counter then by Vizzio. Jackson with a left jab.
Jackson mixes his style very well. He likes those spinning kicks as well as the combinations. You can see why Gordon Franks had so much trouble with Vizzio. Frank's just a technician in his own right.
Vizzio with the quick, crisp combinations inside. He wasn't able to get those in on Frank. Frank fought him from a little further away. Vizzio had to press Frank for most of that. Oh, nice left hook countered in by Vizzio again as Jackson closed in with a right hand lead. Vizzio catching Jackson with a left leg round kick on the face.
But again, he didn't get the full impact of that one, did he?
No, he was slightly out of range. It did touch. You do feel it, but not, as you say, not the full impact.
The challenger, Vizzio, to the left of your screen. Jackson to the right. Round 6.
Break.
This February, there's
From the attack to Vizzio, Vizzio has been countering Richard Jackson's attacks well.
Round 7, scheduled 9-rounder for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship. And we had another slip there by the defending champion, Richard Jackson, in the light fronts. Paul Vizzio, the challenger, in the black trousers.
I have Vizzio leading now, 60-58. Spinning back fist then thrown by Jackson. Missed, went by Vizzio's head.
The tempo of this fight has just been increasing continually at a high level.
Vizzio with those crisp shots inside. That right hand by Jackson that had Vizzio a little off balance, I don't think hurt him. Another spinning back fist in by Jackson. Left spinning
Just a
back
warning
fist.
for the arm. Warning. Just a warning.
Now, Jay Will with a warning there.
Warning then, I didn't see if they were clinching inside or what the warning was.
There's that spinning. Boy, that is lethal if that connects.
Solid right hand shot to the body then by Vizzio. Looked like Jackson's right hand missed. Nice swing kick, round kick combination in by Vizzio. Very impressive. No damage done. Hooked by Jackson, counter hooked by Vizzio.
He actually had 2 kicks off of that one extension of his leg, didn't he?
Picked the leg up, swung it over the head, right back with the round kick.
Oh, ready? Continue.
A little blood coming out of Vizzio's nose. Not a lot. Good spinning back kick to the body then by Jackson.
Boy, what a pounding they take in the body from those kicks.
Vizzio missed those first 2 punches. Jackson came with a good right hand counter. Jackson has a little bruise on his left cheekbone.
You see the time remaining in round 7 of the scheduled 9-rounder.
Break.
Vizzio continuing to lead with that left leg as round 7 is coming to a close.
Nice right hand.
Begin.
Round 8, next to the last round of the scheduled 9-rounder for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship, and they're starting out in a hurry.
Vizzio with a quick hand moves inside again. Jackson starting out with the kicks. Jackson's with more kicks in this fight. He's 88 kicks to Vizzio's 70.
But would you give Vizzio still the edge?
I have the edge to Vizzio 69-68. Of course, my score is unofficial. Nice spinning back fist in by Jackson, landing on the neck.
Boy, that's got to really hurt. What about these 2 fighters, Joe? Have they gone 9 rounds before?
Jackson has fought 9 rounds a number of times in capturing and regaining the U.S. title. Vizzio's longest fight to date has been 7 rounds.
And so he's gone past that limit now as we're in round 8. But he looks strong. I've said that a couple of times. Jackson also, as you said, in excellent condition.
Still a little blood coming out of the nose of Vizzio.
That's Vizzio staring after the challenger. Jackson with his back to you. Boy, you couldn't have said it better, Joe. It's been a very clean fight. Jay Will, a referee, hasn't had to warn him much at all.
Very clean, very crisp. Both men extremely fast, extremely poised. Good front kick in by Vizzio into the stomach. Jackson with a right hand catching Vizzio.
Continue.
You can see the pace of this fight now starting to take its toll a little bit.
It's been a hard pace. Good right hand, good uppercut by Vizzio.
There's your time left in round 8. Now, what's he saying?
Warning for holding and hitting. No foul, no penalty given, but a warning given. Solid right hand by Jackson. Moved out.
Jackson with his crown in jeopardy here in the next to last round as round 8 coming to a close.
Break. Back. I'll control here. Continue.
Well, this last round is going to be a big one because it is close. As you look at the scoring through the first 8 rounds, Jackson, his title really, really close to slipping away from him.
I have Vizzio ahead by that 1 point.
Last round, round 9 for this U.S. Super Lightweight Championship.
Good spinning back kick thrown by Vizzio on the shoulder, knocked Jackson back into the rope. Jackson has to know he's a little behind now. He knows he's got to make it up in this round. Once again, my score is unofficial, but I have Vizzio leading by 1 point.
And so again, this will decide it. Round number 9 as Jackson in the light trunk, Vizzio in the dark trousers. It has been an outstanding fight.
Continue.
Good exchange, left by Jackson, right by Vizzio.
Remember, Vizzio just lost by a point to Gordon Franks, the world champion.
Boy, they exchanged 4 punches. Both men landing 2 punches solid. Vizzio with a better of that one. Vizzio is more solid than Jackson that time.
There have been no knockdowns. There was one moment in this fight earlier where Jackson was trouble. Look at that left.
Nice combination in. Left hook, right hand, spinning crescent kick caught on Vizzio's shoulder. That break may have done him a lot of good.
Break.
There's the time remaining in this fight. The U.S. Super Lightweight Championship, the weight 125 to 134.9.
Solid hook by Vizzio, counter off the spinning back kick attempt.
The issue very much in doubt here in round 9. Joe Corley had Vizzio ahead by 1 point, and boy, it's going to be very, very difficult as we're coming close to a decision.
I can't believe those exchanges. They're hitting each other at the same time and then coming right back with identical shots again.
And so the final round 9 is over, and we're going to be back with a decision in this U.S. Super Lightweight Championship bout.
Judge John Tyrion scores it 90-88. Judge Gary Folks scores it 89-85. Judge Herb Johnson scores it 90-85. The winner by unanimous decision, Paul Vizzio.
So we have a new super lightweight champion here in the United States. Paul Vizzio, a real shocking upset here in Anderson, Indiana.
A very unexpected result. Very well earned fight by Paul Vizzio.
We now join our regularly scheduled